Welcome to episode 2 of TWAWC, this week at Wrap Capital. Let's have a little look at what we've had going on. It's been very busy, so let's jump inside. It's Monday and we've got this Mercedes E-Class in for a top half, so it's got a two-tone finish like from factory. They do a original paint colour. We're doing gloss black on the top, so let's just get straight into it with some B-roll. Before I show you the end result of the E-Class, let's quickly go back in time to the weekend where Corey and Sam are in wrapping this Audi S8 in.
Hey guys, Sam from Wrap Capital here on a brisk Saturday morning. Just going to show you a few sort of vlog style insights into what we're going to get up to this weekend with Corey and I. And let's get to it. Getting it through, there's Corey in the back there. We've got a few bits in this weekend. We've got an RS6 just being finished off and also a S8 that is going in a nice matte sort of anodised red.
We've chosen the weekend shifts, haven't we?
Yeah, unfortunately we are the ones who are here. We're carrying the backbone of this company, if I'm honest.
Technically we have no life.
Well, it's better without the other two here anyway.
Hey! That wasn't very nice.
So.
This was all stripped down now pretty much. Literally just finished getting the handles out. So just going to set badges off the front wings. Rear end, everything we kind of need off. Because the car's black, we don't need to go as quite extensive as removals as we do normally. Let's say if it was a light coloured car or a white car. Do a full clean decontamination and then cut the vinyl and get ready to wrap.
Wrapping this S8 in KPMF Mythos red. And as you can see, it kind of changes different shading depending on what angle you're at. So in some angles it will look red, others it will look black. This stuff doesn't need a huge amount of heat when applying it. Purely because it's a little bit thinner than other materials. It's really got a nice effect to it.
This is quite a sensitive film with it being a super matte. You do get some squeegee marks from the buffer on there, but the easiest way to remove them is put down some heat and the vinyl will self-heal and remove any of these marks left behind from application.
That's fine, a bit about the job.
So as you can see, the Audi is pretty much, the main body of it is actually finished now. All we've got to do is a couple handles and the boot section. I'm going to do the rear bumper in a second and then it's just the front bumper left. So hopefully should be able to get it out of the way this weekend.
Just pulled it outside just to have a look, see what it looks like in the sun. Because inside with the fake light it can change colour of the wrap a little bit. So we thought, you know, a bit out of curiosity before we start wrapping today, see what it looks like out in direct sunlight. Coming in at this angle, come over here, it's quite unusual because it goes black to red and you just get a nice shimmer on the contour highlights and the main flat areas of the car. You get a nice deep red and it transitions to black on the bonnet. So it's that kind of super matte effect that gives a really individual look to it.
Little update with the Audi S8. It is pretty much finished. Rear bumper's done. Everything else on the car is done, so the boot's done, door handles, and the front bumper. Front bumper at the moment, just getting a little bit of the paint sorted out, and then that one will be done. Let's go speak to Soph quickly and see what she's doing with this lovely Porsche Taycan GTS.
So 2 years ago, we wrapped this car in a dirty race livery. This car is inspired to look like a car worked 24 hours after an Rothmans race. So some of the detailing on this car, as you can see, you've got a nice big scratch here. This is actually photoshopped from a real car that did the Le Mans. Also, you've got the cracked paint where it would have had the wear and tear from the race. And the bonus about this car, really, don't really have to watch it, do you? Next up, this one's getting fully stripped down and it's going to be wrapped in a new livery. What's it going to be?
So today is Thursday, it is the afternoon. We're just going to go check up on the lads, see how things are going. Let's have a quick chat with Corey and see what's going on with this Porsche that we've got. So Corey, what's going on here? This awesome Rothmans livery.
Yeah, man. You saw earlier in the video, this was done in a Golf livery. Dirty track style, as if it's been raced at Le Mans, just come straight out of it. This is the same, but a different theme. We start with the sides first, because then all the other panels will line up with the sides. So it's important to get the side down, just because it's the biggest panel. If we start with the smaller ones first, it's a bit harder to manipulate the bigger one. The way we get it lined up is we follow renders that we made of the design. So that's the side that we're doing. You've got little checkpoints like the brake light indent there. And then another checkpoint we used was near the top of the handle, filler cap, and then where the front headlight is, just so, because that's kind of like the obvious detail of the side with the stripe, that's what we use to checkpoint up, so it's the most obvious to use. The main amount of time is to get it all lined up and get it in the right place before we start applying. Once that's done, actually applying it doesn't take that long, and we should have this done, this side, in no time, and then we'll crack on with the other side.
The front bumper is a bit more difficult and harder to take on, as we have to make sure we get this red bit along the front on first before we stretch around the bumper. Here's Sam showing you how it's done. This is so the line isn't warped. We then have to work out the tension in a very specific way to ensure that the vinyl is going to last and there's going to be no issues in the future. So here it is, fully wrapped, this beautiful Porsche Taycan GTS. As you can see, it's got the Rothmans Porsche livery down the side, which is very well known for the Porsche 962 back in like 1980. If you ever come a little bit closer, you can see how much detail our print wrap goes into. You know, when you go through a puddle and you get these sort of wet stains down the side of your car, we've managed to make that into the vinyl to give this awesome look for this dirty Taycan. As you can see, it is filthy. Client doesn't clean his car very well. Okay, if we come around the back, we've also got these stripes which follow through from the front. Another Rothmans on the rear. I mentioned earlier with the front bumper, it was a bit difficult, a little bit challenging, but as always, we managed to overcome it and it looks 100% perfect. Again, Rothmans Racing on the front with the stripes goes to the rear. Let us know what you think of this one.
Got it, all ready for the parameter wrap? Let's go.
So just a final update on the RS6 and the Transit Custom. The Custom are waiting for some more material to arrives next week so we can finish the roof off. And then the RS6 is still waiting on the bumpers, unfortunately. Just waiting to get them painted and sanded just so they look nice and fresh. Let us know what you think of the video. We'd love to hear your feedback, and we'll see you Sunday at 5 p.m. for episode 3.